What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Burnout Brighter podcast. My name is Matt. I'll be your host for this evening's events. This is episode 135. I'm joined, as always, by my wonderfully lovely co-host, Destiny.
Hey. Oh my god, it's been a while since I've said that.
I know, right? And, well, Darren's back, kind of. But I, as always, has become a bit weird to say, but also this show is going to be a little different, everyone. I'm going to let Darren go in a second, but we're not doing the usual stuff. It's going to be just the three of us for the first time in a while because things are a-changing. And Darren, I'm going to let you take it from here.
Okay. Who's got one for me?
I got one for you.
Oh, crap.
Dead prostitute.
If you were going to... If you needed to wash your shoes, how would you do that?
What? That's his question?
How would I wash my shoes?
Yeah, if your shoes smell really bad and you needed to wash them, how would you do that?
Your shoes smell really bad and you need to know how to wash them, don't you?
I'm
Theoretically speaking, for this very hypothetical situation,
for a friend.
I would get some Febreze-like substance and put that in the shoe to help kill smell, and then I would get wet naps and clean the outside of the shoe.
That doesn't kill that doesn't work.
I mean, my friend needs some deeper cleaning.
They are going to take me out to pasture like Old Yeller and put
Darren
me
broke his
down.
leg.
Didn't Old Yeller get rabies?
That's why
He
Darren's getting taken out to pasture.
Right, okay.
So, also got rabies.
I'm here.
I'm
here. We're on the same page.
For real, I have unfortunate news to announce to all our fans and listeners that today will be my last day on the podcast as a full-time host. What that means is that, I mean, you could probably kind of already tell my hours on this podcast have been reduced by my own choice because, well, I'm going to be a teacher. I don't really like to talk about it too often because, you know, teachers and privacy are very important. And that kind of conflicts with my life on the podcast. And it's taken up a lot of my time. And that path in my life is where I see myself going. And I'm very excited about it. And unfortunately, I just can't fit all the things I want to do together at the same time. So you may still see me every once in a while. But I'm not going to be one of the lovely co-hosts who always appears, trademark always, asterisk.
Why Why did you trademark? Did you mean quote? Like quotations?
I think he meant quote.
Trademark. TM.
If you use...
So Darren trademarked Burnout Brighter without us knowing.
I'm going to sue the shit out of you. That's my word, and only I'm allowed to use it.
Always.
Always. You got a storm coming.
Well, yeah. So Darren, that's it. That's the end of the show. Everyone, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Man,
I know.
It's hard.
It is hard.
I know.
Guys, I want you to know I've been trying to find all kinds of ways to get Darren to stay. Like every time it's just me and him, I'm like, but we can do this.
I know.
But what if we could do a cardboard cutout of Darren and just have
and you just put him up there? Yeah.
I could just record.
Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
I should get a mini Darren. I should get a mini Darren for my background. Yes. A little bobblehead Darren or something.
I'll record a little Darren sound box that just makes whale noises.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
I thought I'd miss those, but
I know, right?
Yeah.
I can't. It's been what? How long has it been, guys? 2.5 years now since we started this.
Ah, Jesus, 2.5 years.
135 episodes later,
which is.
And I did not think you were gonna leave. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I just assumed that we were always gonna be together.
I know.
I did. I really did. I always thought, yeah.
It it's just, it is what it is. Podcast life, I think, requires a certain amount of responsibility and willingness to be a part of social media and all this stuff that it just conflicts with, me and my life. And I've obviously loved every second of it. And my knife,
and your strife.
But yeah, like I said, it's not goodbye forever. I do see myself coming by every once in a while if you'd be happy to have me. But
always,
yeah.
We don't even fucking want you to go. What are you talking about? If we'd be happy to have you.
Yeah, but we are gonna start lying to you about when we start recording, because even on today, your last episode, you were like
fucking late.
That's a little bit of behind the scenes. Darren is always late for the show.
Always late.
Always late for the show. And
like
even
he's
on
like,
today,
wait a minute. Is it almost time for the show? Let me go do some other shit.
I better go do some groceries.
Let me go hook up my PS5 and then grade a few papers and then possibly have dinner.
I know, it's funny. I was talking to my mom today too, and I have to say thank you so much, Destiny and Matt, for the lovely, lovely gift of the PS5 that you've given me. And my mom,
right, it was just your birthday. Let's talk about that for a second. It was your birthday. Happy belated.
Thank you,
bastard. We gave you a lovely present, and you give us the present of pain.
Yeah.
Wow, right? We give him a PS5 so he can help us review games, and he's like, "Nah, son, I'm out. I'm out. I don't even have a PS5."
And he gives us a P41N.
Ooh.
P41N? What does that even mean?
I don't know what that is. I don't know.
Spell it out in Leet speak. Think
Penis!
back to high school.
Penis!
What?
Penis. Pain.
There you go. Thank you, Destiny.
No, I did not give you a penis.
The piss.
There's no piss today.
I'm sorry. I don't know what that was funny. It's like...
Anyways, Darren, you were talking to your mom.
No, she just was like, they got you a PS5 and now you have a PS5. And like, you could talk about that on the podcast. And
his
I'm
mom
like,
doesn't want him to go either.
No. Yeah, you could talk about how you're playing Final Fantasy 14 on a PS5 now with faster load times.
Yeah.
I
Guys, don't worry. I'm not giving up. I'm going to get Darren back on the show. He just doesn't realize it yet. We'll find a way.
We'll see. But yeah, for now, at the very least, I'm guaranteed, beyond my control, you will not see me for the next couple months at least. So
that's okay. We've already been through that before.
Yeah. And like what it's like one day when you guys are married and living together, and like it's just going to be so much easier for you to be on the show together. So Darren's Denis forever. This is the last day I can do this kind of shit and get away with it.
That's true. It is the last day. It is the last day.
It is the last day.
Dawn of the last day.
But yeah, man. Okay. Let's get real here for a second. Mm-hmm. Darren, thank you for doing this with us.
Wait a minute. Let me get some tissue because it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I also have my tissues.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. God. All right, let's go.
I'm very sorry if I don't cry. I kind of too tired to have emotions.
Yes,
right now.
We know you're
bastard.
We know you're an emotionless fuck that you're just gonna walk away from this laughing and go play your new PS5.
That is exactly what he's gonna do.
It's 100% what he's gonna do. And then he's gonna have a sad wank later. But anyways,
oh my God.
That's where the penis came in, guys.
Exactly.
Oh, please, no. Yeah, I don't want to talk about this. Done.
Full nips. Darren, thank you. Honestly, like I when I first, started talking about this, you were always on board. And then when, like we've said many times, when we found Destiny, it was, that's when everything clicked and we ran off to it with it. But, like Destiny said, I never really thought that you would actually be gone God. And like you said, yes, you'll appear randomly. Sometimes you'll just show up in Destiny's background. But like, it's weird because like, even though you haven't been here full time,
You've still been here.
Exactly, right? It's like, you know, like we were still talking about stuff, and like that's not like, I mean, our relationship is never going to change.
Yeah.
But like just the fact that you're like officially stepping away still just sucks. And like obviously we completely support you. We understand why you're doing it. That doesn't mean we're gonna just give up and roll over. But like this never would have been what it's become without you. This never would have been the same without you. So thank you for all your time, all your energy, all of the laughs, all of the bullshit, because it will, regardless of what may come next, it will never be the same without you. So like for me, this almost feels like the end of like Burnout Brighter phase 1, if that makes sense. Like this feels like the end of book 1, and we're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep grinding. We're going to take this thing to bigger and better places because that's what we do. But like this does feel like the end of kind of, it's what we do. It does feel like the end of, you know, of Burnout Brighter 1.0, and that's hard. You know, I've never been good at dealing with change, and this is going to suck for a bit.
I legit have abandonment issues, so
we talked about this on Mental Health Power Up. Go check that out. We have a fundraiser going.
It almost feels like, I know this sounds shitty, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but it feels like you're abandoning us.
No, I know.
And I don't want anybody else to take your place. And then I know that sounds shitty because we're going to have somebody else, and I hope they don't listen to this and be like,
because that's exactly what we're going to do.
You're such a bitch. That's exactly what we're going to do. But
that's how we do.
I don't want it. Yeah.
This is like Darren's going out to get milk and he's not coming back. We're gonna have like a new dad next week.
Oh, I don't know. Like, I know you want to be a teacher and everything. I just feel like you can do both.
I think part of it now, and like he's mentioned, like, you know, right now he's wrapping up school. There's a path. There are things that he needs to do, and we'll fucking duct tape him and bring him back later. There is a lot of uncertainty, but like,
I don't care about those high school kids. I mean, high school kids, I care. They're great.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
For the record, I must now legally say, and from my heart, if any of my high school students hear this, I truly care about you, and don't listen to this. Please turn it off.
Legally, I'm going to post this episode. I'm going to put QR codes all over your school with the direct link to this episode. And then that's the grand plan. We get you fired, so you have to come back.
Oh, don't say that.
In all honesty,
I'm just kidding.
In all honesty, like I'm really proud of you for following
likewise
your dreams and your goals. Like, you set out to do it and you're doing it. I think it's just really hard for me and Matt because it's like family, right? And it's such a weird little family, and we have such like this dope connection that I'm almost afraid that like we're gonna lose it. Not me personally, because I don't live in the same town and I don't see you, right? So like this is one of the only times that like we get to talk and just like all be together. So now we're not gonna have that, and it makes me really sad.
I know. And that's why I don't want to say I'm gone forever, because I'm not. And I'm still going to talk to you, and I'm still going to come on every once in a while to show my beautiful little face. Because I can't resist staying away from you guys for too long. So,
Destiny specifically.
So fucking dumb.
We still have our chats and everything. So yeah, like I appreciate you guys so much. This has been such a huge part of my life for the past 2.5 years. So, you know, it's and you've all been a part of my life longer than those 2.5 years. So it's you know, it's great. And so thank you. I greatly appreciate it. And I said that like there was more coming out of my mouth, but
you did, but I knew there wasn't. He don't think that Darren is callous because he's not crying. He warned us that he may not cry because he's a real man.
Yeah.
Wow,
he's got his lumberjack shirt on. He's going to go chop some wood.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut that out of the episode.
Dude, I have always looked at you as a real man. There's never been a point in my life where I've been like, he's not a man. Like,
You haven't seen some of the plays that I've done.
oh, that's true. You did do one where you were in a dress.
I did
More than
one.
one.
More than one.
Okay, but to be fair, like one of my favorite movies is To Wong Fu, Thank You for Everything, and that's Wesley Snipes in a dress, John Leguizamo in a dress, and Patrick Swayze in a dress, and they looked
beautiful,
amazing.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, let's talk. I want to talk a little bit about some of our favorite memories over the last few years, because like this really does, like I said, feels like a bit of a end of an era for us. So like, looking back, what are some of like your favorite memories and stuff? And like, I'll toss one out to start to give you guys a second to think. I will never forget the second episode of the podcast, and nobody else will ever hear the actual second episode of the podcast because we met up in my apartment and we recorded the show and we were drinking because like as Rachel said, last week, every podcast has a phase where all the hosts are just drunk pretty much all the time. That was our beginning. And we got a little lit. And then we finished recording like an hour and a half, 45-minute long episode. Because back in those days, we ran even longer than we do now.
Yeah.
And we ended the episode. We did not know when to shut up. We ended the episode. And then, we go to look at it and my laptop failed out and we lost literally everything. And there was a moment there where we were all kind of standing there staring at each other. And part of me was like, they're going to fucking leave. This show is going to die on a second episode because we're going to be late with the second recording. And I'll never forget both of you being like, fuck, let's do it, because we were not sober. And then we redid that entire second episode literally right after we finished recording it the first time, trying to make our reactions genuine and like while also trying not to be as drunk as we were at the end of the first run of the second episode. But that was one of those moments where I was like, all right, fuck, like we're in this. Like, you know what I mean? Like this we're going to keep running with this. And like, I'll have to say, if anybody's curious, go back and listen to that episode and let us know in the comments if we sounded as decent as I think we did, because I don't think it was good. I don't think it was bad. I think it was okay. I'd hope for a passing grade on that episode, because I haven't gone back and listened to it since because I don't want to. But like that's one of my favorite like early memories back in that apartment where all of this started. Just because again, like that was one of those moments where I was like, shit. Like we're all in this, like, you know what I mean? Like this is all of ours right now, and that moment will always be special for me.
That's a good moment.
That is a good moment. That's a good moment.
Who wants to go next?
You want to go next, or should I?
Darren.
Go next? Yeah, that's what I thought.
I
thought it was going to come down to this. I was like, I know I'm going next, frantically coming up with moments in my head. This whole podcast was a blur, and I have zero recollection of it.
Because he doesn't go back and listen to anything.
Yo, you better listen to the podcast from now on. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're commuting all the time. You better. What do you? Hold on.
That's the least I could do.
So, are you admitting to not be listening to these past run of episodes that you haven't been on?
Yeah, he has been listening.
So, one of my favorite moments of the podcast is. Honestly, this is gonna sound kind of well. First of all, okay, the bonus stage with Streamcast and the get to the piss and everything like that Streamcast bonus stage was like probably one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best episodes we've ever made, and I think it's just so funny.
Of anything, yeah.
Okay,
I agree. The fucking ride we go on in that episode from Destiny's story to the end of the episode, like
it's a whirlwind.
Oh man.
It's a tour de force in our shared bathroom, because it was like a school bathroom, whatever, all the kids use it.
Yeah, we know what school bathrooms look like.
I don't know why I felt the need to explain that.
Get to the piss.
Was it everyone, boys and girls?
Get to the piss.
The boys' bathroom.
Okay.
The boys' bathroom has like a little like all the bathrooms have drains for like water and stuff like that. Except there's a bit of an indent.
I really appreciate you explaining how bathrooms work, Darren.
No. Let him set the scene. No,
I love
Andy.
this.
Get to the point.
No.
Bathroom had both doors and drains.
So
He has to paint a picture.
Did they have urinals too?
Yeah, it did.
There's a little bit of everything in that episode.
Some drama, some like
bit of hair.
fear,
A little bit over there.
some comedy. No, so
strands.
that's really good. But like, for some reason, something that I just keep remembering so fondly, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because the sequel's coming out so soon. But our episode where we argued about Sonic the Hedgehog, I just really enjoyed. And I think it's what like I remember so fondly about that episode is I think that was the transition when our like rapport started to shift, and I think we started to like our chemistry started to work better. That episode, our chemistry did not work better, but I mean like after that, it was like the turning point. Because we neither Destiny nor myself could let go of our opinions of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie for whatever reason. It was the hill that we were both willing to die on. And I think at that moment, that's when like Matt realized I need to control the crap out of them, because if I don't like mediate this better, like we're never going to have episodes. But like, I don't look at it in frustration. I just look at it at it with humor and like how funny it was, and just like how silly it was in the grand scheme of things. But it like, it's, I don't know. It was the spot that we worked out our personalities, and it holds that special place in my heart. Because the CG is expensive for Sonic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Of course.
It just felt very like, yeah, it was just
Can I ask
boring.
the question? What game movie have you seen that encompasses all those things that you were missing? from
None
this
of
one?
them.
Okay, so why would you go in?
I didn't. Well,
to be fair, he wasn't ever excited nor wanting to do the movie.
That is true.
We pushed
That
him,
is true.
We pushed him into going, right?
and I
Like,
would
we're-
not say I was disappointed.
But
I got
feel
exactly
like
what I thought I was going to get out of it.
But I feel like because you already like didn't want to see it, it kept you from enjoying anything that was funny about it.
That's not true.
So what you're saying is we have Sonic to be thankful for all of this. So Darren, it's time for you to admit. And you know what the best thing is about all this, Destiny? Is starting next week, we can start talking about how Darren is the #1 Sonic 2 fan, and he can never correct us.
You know,
I love it.
the
You're
second
on
movie does look
topic.
better than the first one, in my opinion, from the trailers. So maybe I'll have to go watch it.
All right. I was not expecting that one, Darren. I was not expecting that out of you at all. But I like it. That episode was like really, I do think, a growing point for us in a really fun way. Dee, what about you?
I barely remember that episode. So the fact that you brought it up and you were like, we were fighting, I don't even remember.
Very quick, do you know what I do remember about that night? We argued from the theater to my place, did the episode, left together because like I think we were gonna go grab food or we were going somewhere. Kept arguing all the way down, argued all the way down the street when you eventually left to go catch the subway. But we argued before, during that episode, and much after, with like no different points being made. We just went in circles. but yeah.
I don't even remember. I don't remember that. What I do remember, and it's like not like it's not my favorite memory, but it's a memory when I realized like I could do this and not be affected by like either of you pissing me off. And it was like,
when do we ever do that?
It was okay. So it was the time that like I thought we were all going to that lame game thing, right? But Darren had other things to do. Okay.
Oh, the stupid like Korean game event.
Yeah. And he and I got in an argument in chat,
oh my god!
right?
Yes,
and
I remember.
Like he got super mad, which then made me super mad, right?
Yeah.
So then we still had to do the show. I remember sitting on the couch in Matt's place, and Darren came in and he apologized, and all I said was like, "Okay." I remember Matt laughing because he's like, "You didn't even fucking say you were sorry too? And I was like, because I'm not.
I accepted it. I was like,
funny,
that's
but,
fine.
like,
I accept it.
Yeah. But the thing is that, like, even though, like, we were obviously at odds ends, because even with the Sonic thing, like, I wasn't, like, really mad at Darren.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
I felt like that time I was really upset with him.
This was true
But
anger.
the fact that I was like,
Yeah.
this was true anger. The fact that, like, because I knew he was upset with me too, that we could go into the next room and still do the podcast and not have any of that come into, like, show in our podcast.
Yeah. If
like,
I remember
you guys
correctly,
would
that was still like a
never
pretty
have
good episode
known.
too.
It was a pretty good episode. You would never know that I wanted to fucking physically assault him. Like, you
That's
would not
professionalism
have known
right
that.
there. True professionalism.
We were mad professional. And I feel like at that point in time, I knew, like, we were all in this to win it. Like, we were going to do it. Like, we
'Cause
were
we all
able to
took it
set aside our
seriously.
personal feelings. Yeah. And, like, yeah, so that's my favorite moment. It's not a good moment, but it's the moment that I realized, like, this is important to me, and it's important to all of us.
Yeah.
Right? Because Matt was just in the middle. He was
didn't-
just, like, there.
But
There
after
was
that,
nothing he could say.
after that moment
We
too,
were fine.
I think that was also after the Sonic episode, and I don't think after that we ever fought again, really.
Yeah,
'Cause
we
I think
never fought again. Yeah,
we
that was
we
the
needed
end.
that moment
You're right.
of, like, anger between the two of us to, like, come to an understanding and then work forward, and we did. And I'm
But
so
I think,
proud
like,
of the
it
both
helped
of
us
us.
realize each other's, like, our limits with each
Yeah.
other. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what it was.
It's
Yes.
also because like Dee and I worked together, so we learned that outside of the show. Darren, you and I have learned that a long time ago, and
Yes.
even when we continue to learn, we figured it out. You two never really had those opportunities because when the three of us were together, we were either podcasting or at the bar drinking, and like that wasn't like just the three of us, right? That was like
Right, there was always
that was
other
all of
people.
us. Like there were shirts flying off. There were beer pong games going on. There were darts terribly thrown. But like, yeah, like I think you guys needed that time because like you were just figuring each other out,
Yeah.
and like, but you both handled it like professionals, like adults, and like, yeah, like that's so true. I guess I never realized because there was some friction at the beginning as we were just learning it all, and then there was a point where there just wasn't anymore.
Chemistry
Yeah,
does
and
not come naturally. It actually
chemistry
does have to be worked at.
Yeah. That's why
I mean,
it
we
feels like
we
a
are naturals, but
family.
Yes.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah.
It really feels like a family. Like, it feels like you guys are my brothers, right? And like, I just think it's really beautiful because I don't think I ever thought that any of this could happen. Like, if you were to ask me way back then when I first met Matt, like, do you think in a couple of years you'll be on a podcast with him talking about video games? I'd be like, shit. You know? But like, here we are, like 2.5 years later. Like, we've done some amazing stuff. We streamed with Amazon for the Amazon party. We've like made some incredible. Oh my god, our growth in the last month or two has been like crazy, and we're just gonna keep doing bigger and better things. And like, I know Darren's gonna go off teaching, but listen, like, you're never gonna be a guest on the show. Like, that's not. You will never be a guest. You will always just be like, we've been holding down the fort until you had time to come back. That's what it's going to be.
It's like that episode of Pokemon when like Ash finally like lets Butterfree go, and like Butterfree like fucks off into the sun, and then but like comes back later to kick ass again. It's like the door will always be open for you, regardless of where we are, how big, knock on wood we are, or whatever else happens. If you ever like fuck them kids, then there will always be a place here for you.
Listen, we could be accepting an Academy Award for our life biography about how we started the best podcast in the world. And you're going to be there with us. And everybody's going to be like, oh my God, it's Darren from the beginning.
Do you know what's going to happen? It's going to be you and me on stage being like, sorry, everyone. We know we're supposed to give a speech now. Darren's in the bathroom. We're going to need another minute to do the speech properly.
He'll be here in a second. He'll be here in a second.
He decided to set up his PS7 right now.
He just hasn't finished dinner yet. He's eating. I'm sorry.
That's right. We'll just pan to you. You'll be at the table eating, like, just one more bite.
Oh my god, guys.
It's crazy.
nice.
For legit. Just how much we've been through, how much we've grown, how much the show has changed, how much we've changed along with it. And like I still think one of my favorite pieces of content on the channel is your Devolver Digital reaction, Darren. That video is so good, start to finish.
This year was an interesting one. One second. Hello? Death's Door sounds like a funny idea. It's an action RPG, top down. Again, beautiful animation, beautiful graphics. It's deeper in their presentation. If you saw it, you hear about this non-fuckwithable tape. Love Devolver Digital Inc. and all their video game products. I will give them all my money and purchase a lifetime subscription to Devolver Max Pass Plus. Thank you.
Really good.
I had a lot of fun making
We
that.
should-
I made it within like the span of an hour. I think I watched the conference, and then I spent like a half an hour jotting down ideas, and then I filmed it in an hour, and then I edited it the next day in like a couple hours. Although in my honest opinion, I think it's pretty obvious that was the case, but I still had a lot of fun making it.
I don't think it was.
I don't think it was either. Part of me wants to like on this year's Devolver Digital Showcase, I just want to download it and just like dub over you for the new announcements and re-upload it like exactly
like,
as is, and like every year for Devolver
the other ones.
Exactly, and like every year for Devolver's video, like that'll be the video in running in perpetuity with just like me and D messing with it every year.
Oh my god!
Until you come back and make a new one.
If you just did like a continuation of it, like if we had put DP continued at the end of that one, and then that's the only thing Darren does once a year. He does a Devolver video.
It'll be during the summer. You shouldn't be teaching.
Don't give me any ideas, okay? Don't give away our secrets. These are top secret ideas. They're spoilers.
Ideas. That's true. Sorry. Forget. This is all a dream.
It's not like we have ways to cut this out of the episode. I won't do it, but
yeah, because I know you're not going to do it, so it's a dream.
Okay. There is something I want to do for the last time, and I'm willing to put this to bed after today. Okay.
Oh God, what?
Okay. Are we all in agreement? I'm willing to.
I'm afraid to agree.
No. Are we all in agreement? I am willing to put this to bed after today, but I need you guys to come along for the ride with me. Are we agreed? Are we agreed?
I'm agreed.
Fine. I
Okay.
feel like I'm going to regret this.
For the last time, I have prepared a round of Lover or Fighter.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I was about to be like, are you going to ask us to play a stupid porno game?
But listen, I will retire as the reigning champ. I've prepared it this time.
This is why I don't want to play.
So, listen, you're going to play against Darren, because it was always Darren running
before.
it.
Yeah, I've never played it.
Exactly. So I have prepared it this time. So you guys can. I'm going to give you the questions. We're going to do 10. We're going to do 10 just for old time's sake. Okay.
Also, really quickly, I'm so sorry. This is the wrong time for me to bring this up. But we also never did What's New, and I played like 3 games I'd never played before in the past 3 weeks.
Let's play Lover or Fighter, and then we'll wrap with What's New. Just figure it out. Yeah, we'll end with What's New this week.
All right.
Okay. So we're gonna do a round of 10. Okay. I've prepared a bunch of names, and for anybody who hasn't heard us play this before, it's been a long time because Destiny doesn't like fun. This is a game called Lover or Fighter. I'm going to give both Darren and Destiny a name, and this is going to be either a fighting game character or the name of a porn star. Darren came up with this idea years ago, and we used to play it often. And I have never lost. I am the reigning champ. And from
only
that,
good idea I ever
so
came
we're
up
gonna
with.
play only one. So that's why I've come up with the list this time. and I'm
Okay.
going to ask you guys lever or fighter. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Darren, because it's your last show, I'm going to start with you, and then we'll go to Destiny, and we'll just continue this all the way down. We're going to do 10 rounds. Okay? And I will announce all of the lovers or fighters at the end. Okay? We'll go through them, and then we'll go back through the list one more time. Number
okay.
1. Okay?
Okay.
Okay? Number 1. Jeffrey McWild.
Okay. All right. So,
Jeffrey McWild. And Jeffrey is spelled Jeffry.
okay. I also want to say I'm really sad that I or anyone else never came up with any other games, because games are fun to play, and the only game we ever came
We
up with is
played
one that
other
Destiny hates.
games.
Oh, that's true.
We played
did.
other games. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah,
This
We
game
did
is
trivia a
fucking
few times and
fun.
Jeopardy and
I hate
stuff.
This game.
I
We could
This
have
is-
done
yeah.
any other game. I feel like
I know, but it's Darren's last episode. It's my hands are tied, D. This is
I don't
up to
think
the
he would've
gods now.
cared. I legit don't think he would have cared.
He would have
Fighter.
cared.
fighter.
Fighter, okay. Darren says fighter for Jeffrey McWild. D, what do you think?
Porn star.
Okay, lover.
So lover is the correct thing you're
Okay.
supposed to say.
But he's a porn star.
Yeah, but the game's called
Okay.
lover or a fighter.
Okay.
Okay.
Porn star.
Number 2. Geese Howard. Geese Howard. D, I'm going to start with you this time. Is Geese Howard a lover or a fighter?
Porn star.
Darren?
I'm sorry, but I know the correct answer. That is from King of Fighters, a fighter.
So you're saying fighter?
Yes.
You're
See,
sure?
That's not fair. I don't even play enough games to know these characters.
I don't know any of these characters, D.
I've also never played King of
I-
Fighters before.
Then how do you know about them?
He might not
Because
be right.
I just know things.
It's so dumb.
He's like, this definitely is not a porn star. So, number 3.
Darren.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lance Thruster.
Oh my god.
Darren, I'm going to you. Lance Thruster.
Okay, that's got to be a lover. There's no way it's not.
D.
I'm gonna say fighter.
Okay. Okay. Number 4.
I'm so sorry, D. You're gonna be so mad when you lose.
I
Number
know
4.
I'm gonna lose. I
Bust-
just don't think of perverted things.
I am a clean Catholic boy. Okay. I had to look all this up. Number 4.
Yeah.
Buster Hyman.
That has to be a porn name. 'Cause
Buster.
it's basically bust her hymen, like
I'm
take
gonna-
virginity.
I'm gonna
Buster
I'm gonna
Hyman.
agree with D on this one. I'm also say lover.
Okay. Okay. Number 5. Hold on. Sorry. I'm just making notes as I go here.
Do like porn stars pick out names like drag queens? Because like that's what it's sounding like.
Okay. Number 5. Tammy Salami. Tammy Salami.
That's just a terrible name in general. Is it my turn to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. Fighter. Tammy Salami.
Tammy
I
Salami.
hope she uses salami as a weapon.
Destiny.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's not a correct response.
I don't know.
I don't know this one either.
Lover?
game.
I don't know
Fighter.
this one either. I'm just guessing. Except for
Jackie.
Geese Howard.
Are you phoning a friend?
Yeah. Jackie. Hold on, I'll be right back.
So, Matt, how's it been?
I love playing this game so much. I love
I-
playing this game so much.
Yeah, you knew exactly what you were doing when you brought this.
I knew
game back.
100% what I was doing. I wanted to close with it, but you know what? I was like, let's throw some chaos in, and we're gonna run it now instead.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you
Person-
do some what's new at the
I need
end.
to keep
Just stand.
exactly.
Fucking hate this game. Close my door. Okay. Because the cat will get in.
Hi, Jackie.
It's high. We're
You
playing
didn't tell her I said hi. 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 Tell her I said hi.
Oh my God,
Thank you.
stop.
Yay.
Alright, so we're playing this stupid game that I absolutely hate. It's called Lover or Fighter. So we
Good.
have to guess between the names if it's a porn star or a game character. Stop making unnecessary noise. All right. Okay. So, Tammy Salami, do you think it's a lover or
A fighting game character.
A fighting game character.
What is it?
Tammy Salami.
A fighting game character?
She says fighting game character. We're going with fighting game character. Wait,
Okay.
was that a question or were you like asking? Was that your answer?
No,
That's her answer.
That's her answer. Okay.
Yeah.
No, number 6.
Mhm.
Lars Alexanderson.
Lars Alexanderson.
A lover?
A lover. She said a lover. We're
Okay.
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
go
Darren?
differently and say fighter on this one.
Okay. Okay. Number 7.
We have a couple more.
This last
Kula
one.
Diamond.
Kula Diamond.
Kula Diamond.
Kula Diamond. She says
Fu-
fighter. We're gonna go with fighter.
I'm also
Okay,
gonna go
Darren.
with fighter.
Okay. Number 8. No, we're going to 10. So we got a few more. Number 8. Richard Cheese.
Oh my God.
Richard Cheese.
I don't want it to be a lover, but I'm gonna
That
say
Jackie's reaction is
Jackie
my
said-
exact reaction. I don't want it to be a lover
We're
with
gonna
that
go
name.
with lover. We're gonna go with lover.
Okay, so Destiny. So Dacky? No. Jestiny.
Jesse.
Jesty.
Dusty.
Jesty. Okay. Darren, you said, are you saying lover or fighter?
Fighter. Fighter.
Fighter. Okay. Number 9. Second last one. Okay.
Mm.
Sorry, I'm looking at my list. I'm trying to think of what I want to use here.
Oh, he's over prepared. He's got more
Yeah.
possibilities.
I'm over prepared. Okay, number 9. Ginger Vitus.
Like gingivitis?
Gingivitis.
Her name is Gingivitis, but it's like gingivitis.
No.
Gingivitis.
Be a fighter? I mean, it'd be a terrible name as a lover.
Fighting plaque? I don't know. That's weird. That's
But it's
weird.
worse for a lover.
I'm going lover.
Like maybe she puts her mind.
Darren's going lover.
Wrestling term.
Gingivitis. This is
Gingivitis
a
makes me
terrible
want to
name.
gag.
So you want to go fighter?
Yeah.
We're gonna go with fighter.
Okay, going fighter.
She
Okay,
She
and
does
last
have a
one, number
Gingivitis.
10. Last one, number 10. Okay, this is gonna be the
Yeah.
final one.
As advertised.
Yeah.
Number 10. Throbbin Hood.
Throbbing Hood. Come the fuck on.
God damn
That's
it.
gotta be a porn star.
Yeah, lover. Oh my God. That's
Robin
terrible.
Hood.
Oh my
Throbbing
God.
Hood.
What did you say, D?
Lover. That's
Okay.
gotta be a porn star name. And if somebody named a game character after that,
Yikes.
All right, here we
That's all
go.
I'll say.
We're going back down. We're going back down the list here. Okay, hold on. I have
we're
to
gonna see if
wait.
we won.
I have to. I'm gonna
Probably
pull.
because of
I'm gonna
terrible.
pull the scoreboard up. Hold on. I need a scoreboard. Where'd my scoreboard go?
Why weren't you taking score as you were getting the answers?
I wrote down your answers. I'm just now going to score it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Hold
I'm
on.
ready.
I'm almost ready. Okay. The scoreboard. Darren, you're gonna be Mosquito. Dustin, you're gonna be Loris. I don't know. That's the random names that the scoreboard came up with.
Okay.
Number 1 was
Okay.
Jeffrey McWild. Destiny said it was a lover. Darren said it was a fighter. Jeffrey McWild is a fighter from Virtua Fighter. So point to Mosquito.
Okay.
Number 2 was Geese Howard. Destiny said lover. Darren said fighter. Darren correctly identified that as a Fatal Fury / Art of Fighting / Virtua Fighter character. Okay.
Okay, so we're not King of Fighters,
Me neither. D,
Final Fury.
I did not know any of these characters. I
You
picked
don't
completely.
play fighting games.
I know.
Matt. That's why you don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, number 3. Number 3 was Lance Thruster. Destiny said fighter. Darren said lover. Lance Thruster is indeed a porn star.
That
So
sounds
Darren's
right.
up. Number 4 was Buster Hyman.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You
I
both
hate hearing
correctly identified that as
Yeah.
a lover.
Buster
You're both
Hyman was a porn star.
yeah.
hate it. I hate
Number
it.
5, Tammy Salami. Tammy Salami was number 5. You both said Tammy Salami was a fighter. Tammy Salami is a lover. She's a porn star.
Tammy Salami is a porn star. I guess that means she takes big dick. That's the only thing I could think of. Like, you want some
Maybe
salami?
she's Italian.
Like, yeah. Maybe she is Italian. Salami
And a
is-
porn star. Number
and a
6.
porn star.
Number 6 was Lars Alexanderson. Destiny said lover. Darren said fighter. That was a fighter. Point to Darren. Number 7. Richard Cheese. Richard Cheese, you both said was a fighter. Richard Cheese, aka Dick Cheese, is a lover.
Oh God,
Why
don't
did you pick that, Matt? That's so gross.
Oh, Jesus.
Did you say that was a lover?
Yeah, Richard Cheese. Because I said I don't want it to be a lover, but I think it is.
Oh, yeah, you did say that.
Okay, then point to Destiny.
Give
Point to-
her the point.
I'll give her the point. Number 8 was Kula Diamond. Number 8 was Kula Diamond. Destiny said lover. Darren said fighter. Kula Diamond is a fighter from King of Fighters. Point to Darren. Number 9, Ginger
Wait,
Vitus.
did we say Kula? No, we didn't. We
I
said
think you
Kula
messed
Diamond.
up our answers.
You messed up our answers. We said Kula Diamond was a fighter.
Okay, point to Destiny.
Matt, you bad boy.
I don't know if I'm right or. Well, there's a reason why you ran this, Darren. Number 9, Ginger Vitus.
Still lost. It doesn't matter.
Ginger Vitus. Destiny said fighter. Darren said lover. Right?
We said fighter for gingivitis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ginger Vitus is a lover. It is a gross name. And the last point, Darren. And the last one, number 10. Destiny said lover. Darren also said lover for who was number 10? Throbbing Hood. Yes, you both correctly identified Throbbing Hood as a lover.
Yikes.
Darren wins. So let me
Yikes.
just tell you this. I fucking hate this game because, one, I don't play fighting games, so I don't know their names.
I don't play fighting
don't
games
know any-
either.
Shut! I'm telling Jackie. Also, I don't watch porn.
Yeah.
So I don't know what
Yeah.
kind of fucking porn names there are. Right? Like I just so I don't want to hear that I don't watch porn. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that from either of you because you've won every time. Every time we've played this game, they fucking come out on top. And I hate it. All right. Thank you for your assistance.
I
Thanks,
want to
Jackie.
say, in my defense,
The best-
I have never heard of any name in any capacity on this list except for Geese Howard.
Okay. But I feel like you would know a porn name because you know
I mean,
porn.
Never. All right.
Look, it's very healthy. If people like porn, they like porn. I'm not judging anybody on what they like or what they enjoy or what they do after hours. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I don't partake in it. And so I don't really know. Like I've never come
Partake in it?
across partake in it. So I don't really know. I don't come across these names every day. Okay?
Just every
Okay.
other day.
If you were like, is this a Pokemon or like a place in the world, I might be able to win that game. But if you're like fighter versus porn star, I'm not ever gonna win that ever.
So this was the end of Lover vs. Fighter. We will never play this game
Ever.
again. So get excited next week for Warrior versus Porn Star.
It's the same thing, Matt. It's the same thing.
Guys, I'm gonna miss this so much, and I'm talking about the game, not Darren. Okay. All right. Now that that's out of my system, let's do some what's new. I'm gonna save Darren for last. So D, what's new? What's going on?
Guys, I actually played a game and I finished it from like beginning to end.
Double?
What?
I know, because I rarely like I'll pick up a game and I won't finish it. It's this cute little puzzle game called Ellie. I think it came out in 2019 or 2020. And for me, I only got stuck twice and had to look up something. So I was pretty excited. So I played that. I don't know, when I don't have to review a game and I'm into it, I can finish it really fast, which I didn't
Yeah.
realize because I'm always like giving Matt shit like, dang, like, did you even enjoy it? But like, I finished it in like 2 days. So
Listen, I live by
cool.
Sonic's words. Gotta go fast. Okay.
I mean, not
This is
with
the number one.
everything.
This is the number one Sonic fans last episode. So.
That's true. That is true.
So wait, what kind of game is it? Do you, like, it's a puzzle game? Is it platformer? Like what do you do?
Platformer, puzzle game, like basically. So the story is that like Ellie is this guardian. It's her 600th year birthday, and at some point, this other guardian who's not ready to be one steals these crystals, and the crystals are basically what keeps like balance in the world. And she kind of runs off. So you have to go back and retrieve these crystals before like it destroys the entire universe. The game itself, like, it's really cute. Like the environmental design is like really dope. Like I really loved it. The puzzles weren't too hard. Some, like I said, I got stuck twice trying to figure stuff out, but I didn't come across a lot of bugs. I came across one bug because I triggered something and then I couldn't get past it, so I had to start over. But I don't play a lot of platformers, and I don't usually play a lot of platform puzzle games. So this for me was like, it was actually fun because it was just making my brain work. Like, let me
in a different way,
figure this
kind
out.
of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it kind of, it was a nice change, and it was challenging because I was just like, now I'm gonna fucking figure this out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I liked it. It was on Switch. I think it was on sale. That's why I picked it up. So
Did the art style bring you to it?
yes, that's how I pick
know.
games. Yeah. So the art style was really cute. And then I started playing one of the games from Secret of Mana, from that 3-pack.
That collection that you bought? Yeah.
Legend of Mana?
Not Legend of Mana. Something else.
Trials
Throbbing
of Mana?
Trials of Mana.
There we go.
That's what I started playing. Yeah.
How's that so far?
Okay, so I realized my joystick is like not drifting but getting stuck. And I don't know why. And like she's just like, she keeps running to the right, and I can't, like, I have to like flick it to make it.
That might be drift. Yeah. That can happen to some of the controllers. You might need.
So I'm probably gonna I mean, like, or I could just open up a new.
Right, that's a great idea. You have a whole spare set of controllers that are brand new.
Yeah. So I might do that. But I also have the Black Panther one. The Black
True.
Panther controller, so.
Yeah. But you don't dock your Switch much, do you?
I've never docked my Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get, if
cool.
you do plan on opening up your other Switch or using your other controller, just remember that your Joy-Cons can be repaired for free if you send them to Nintendo, but they'll be gone for like 3 weeks to a month.
Oh, well then I'll just send them in.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I didn't know that. That's nice of them.
I didn't know they were still doing that.
There were so many people complaining about the drift.
Yeah, because they built controllers that don't work, so now they're legally obligated to fix them for free.
Which, I mean, that's fair because, like, I have not played my Switch often enough to be having this issue.
No,
exactly.
Right? So
nice. Okay, well that's good, D. I'm glad you played some new stuff. That's awesome. Yeah. As for myself, I have been messing with Coromon a little bit. Shout out to Stride PR and Freedom Games for sending that over. Thank you very much. Only a couple hours in, but it's like it's really cool. It's nice to have that kind of like. Especially after playing, Pokemon Legends Arceus, it's nice to have a bit of like that throwback Pokemon-esque monster catching style. The sprites are very, very cute. There's some stuff about it that I really like so far. Some of which it's like you can, like, I mean, in Pokemon, all you're ever catching is kind of like this Pokemon, and then it's kind of like you don't know its stats or anything. It's kind of a roll of the dice, or you can luckily, maybe find a shiny. With this one that I like is like there are different levels to these Coromon. So like you can find one that's just base level, you can find one that's differently colored that's like a better level, and then there's like an even better level after that, and like the colors swap for all of that, and like you know a little bit more what you're after. It's not just kind of like a random grab bag, and the story is definitely more interesting so far. It seems like a little bit more mature, a little bit more grown up. So I've been messing with that, and I've been playing Dying Light 2. That game is, again, I keep playing it. I'm just having fun with it. Like, it's not perfect, but we'll have a full review up on the channel soon as I continue my way through it. But yeah, that's what I've been up to, and that's the end of the podcast. So thanks, guys. See you later.
Yeah, bye. Just kidding.
Darren, for the last time, as an official.
I want to do it. Hey, Darren.
Destiny, let's do it at the same time.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Okay,
what
ready?
are you gonna say?
You lead. I'll follow.
Up to?
Darren, you lead. I'll follow.
Okay. Hey, Darren.
Hey, Darren.
What have you been?
What have you been up to?
I have surprisingly played games that are not Final Fantasy, that are not Xenoblade Chronicles. I have played and beaten 2 games and gotten very close to beating a 3rd game. And I will try and go through them quickly because otherwise I'm going to be talking for the next 30 minutes. I played and beat Guardians of the Galaxy, which was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it's been so long since I've been on
Was
the
it
podcast.
phenomenal?
It was kind of not great, in my opinion. I was kind of disappointed.
This is why we need Darren.
Yeah, it was the best thing about the game was the characters. The characters, they did the Guardians so well. I was not upset with the way they portrayed any of them. In fact, in certain cases, like Drax and Gamora, I think the game did them better than the movies. Yeah, well, also could just from like a character's perspective, Gamora feels like she never really got a full arc. I mean, she did, but like she just kind of died, and then now they're gonna do some weird.
I'm angry at my dad and my sister,
Yeah.
and like I kind of want to get with him, but like we're gonna do this like playground elementary. I like you, but I don't like you.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And what they did in the game, I mean, the game is just in general closer to the way the characters are portrayed in the comics, and so like. Although Drax is still played up for comic relief of him not understanding things, a lot more of that personality was actually kind of put on Gamora, which is what she should be, because she's like an assassin who's killed a bunch of people and like doesn't know how to function as a human being. So her lack of like her compulsion is a big part of her character. And like, so that's really good. And Drax has some of the most like emotional moments in the game. Fantastic. And the combat was really fun. I know people
play it.
Yeah, it's I think it's worth a play, but I think the issue for me is it performance on base PS4 was abysmal. It played like trash. There was like game-breaking bugs that like my workbenches stopped working for 3 whole chapters, which is like a fifth of the game. And they did eventually come back. I complained to Matt on text like for like a day straight. And thanks for listening to my ranting. But it did eventually fix itself.
Like, after dinner, yo, they're still not working.
Yeah.
Bedtime. Yo, I tried to play it right before I went to sleep. They're still not working.
Guess what's not working? The workbench.
And the frame drops were really bad in a lot of the bigger battles. Also, I don't know if it was like this for you, Matt, but the ending cutscene, I'm not going to spoil how the game ends, but there is a sequence where they're walking and it seems like there's supposed to be a lot of people beside them, but like there was no one, and it was kind of awkward because it looked like they were talking to people, but there was no one there. And it was like they should be ashamed for releasing a game with that kind of performance. Like, awful. If you're going to play the game, play it on PS4 Pro or PS5. If you only have a PS4, I actually don't think you should even bother. Also, I guess if you have other consoles, you can play it on those, because I ignored Xbox and PC, but it runs. I'm sure it runs fine on PC. I'm sure it runs fine on Xbox, but like base, skip it. But great job on the characters and the writing.
I don't remember any massive technical issues for myself on playing on PS5. So it does sound like a PS4 problem, which guess what? Won't be your problem no longer.
Nope. Maybe I should replay it and get the stuff that I missed, as long as I could transfer my save file, which I haven't figured out how to do yet.
Now.
Yeah. Okay, well then I'll do that.
And
then I played Luigi's Mansion 3 for no reason.
Oh my god, finally.
I finally played and beat Luigi's Mansion 3. I got this game when I was in Korea 2 years ago, or over 2 years ago.
I played this with you for a bit.
Yeah, and then I quit and I restarted it. I was playing it with my brother, and then we just stopped playing it, and so I just finished it. And it was good. It was a good game. It kind of like overstayed its welcome by the end. There's only the game's very long, probably like way longer than it should be. It's only like, I think it was like 15 hours long for me, which doesn't seem like crazy long, but
that's really long for you.
That's really, when the whole game is just sucking up ghosts, it's it gets kind of monotonous. And like, I love Luigi's Mansion. I love Next Level Games. I think it's a good game. I'm probably being too harsh on it. It was goofy, spooky, fun, great. And then the last game I played is Baba Is You, one of the best puzzle games that's ever been made. Like hands down, if you want to play something that's like ingenious puzzle design, play Baba Is You. Only available on PC and Switch. It's a game about breaking the rules and changing the rules to let you win. So the rules are the game. Like the rule will be Baba is you, which means you control Baba. Rock is push, means you can push a rock. Flag is win, means you can touch the flag and you win. But guess what? The rules themselves are also blocks that you can push around the levels. So when you switch Baba and flag, you can say like Baba is win or flag is push, or you could say Baba is flag is win, and then you just automatically
Sounds like a
win.
nightmare.
It is.
My head already hurts.
It's one of the most also frustrating games I've ever played because it gets hard so quickly. But I can't stay mad at it because it's just such a freaking master class in puzzle design. I've never played anything like it before. I'm going to also, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to hold up my hands like this because I'm about to spoil something. So I recommend if you want to play the game and I've somehow excited you to like just mute me until I put my hands down. And if you're listening to this
Good call.
without video, just maybe skip ahead like 30 seconds. Starting now, you eventually start to manipulate the rules of the game itself, and you can change like level to text or level is Baba, which changes the world map. So now you're starting to control the world map. And then you're like moving and manipulating the world map to find secret worlds underneath worlds. You can say like rock is level. Now that rock you were pushing on the world map, that's a level too. And then you go inside that level and manipulate it other places. And the game becomes this meta hellscape nightmare where you're manipulating the code. And I love it. And it's so hard, I probably will never finish it. So
I feel
that
like
was
this is a game I'll watch other people
No. Yeah, this is not what.
if you
No.
want puzzles, play this game. This is the best puzzle game and also so frustrating. So like maybe you don't play it if you don't have patience.
He's like this is the most excited I have ever seen him about a game.
I've never played a game like this in my life. It's actually one of the most unique games I've ever played. Like it's a game that should be taught in game design. You should read about it in textbooks. It's like it's a masterpiece. That is too frustrating for me to play sometimes, but I'm just like it's like Disco Elysium. Like Disco Elysium should be taught in classes about video game writing, and Baba Is You should be taught in classes on puzzle and meta narrative. And
These
just
are the kind of
beautiful.
conversations that we want to have moving forward with Darren.
Yeah.
When he comes back.
Yeah. And last thing I want to say also, shout out to Atlanta season 3 coming out, because I watched the first 2 episodes and it's so goddamn funny. And I got to go finish the 3rd episode because I haven't watched it yet.
I have not started it yet, but I've gotten a lot of mixed reviews where people were just like, what the fuck is happening? So it made me really scared to start it because it's so different.
The first episode,
the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, the first episode is a story completely unrelated to the show. It's like picture
like the one episode with the
piano and the creepy guy.
Piano.
Yeah,
that was such a weird episode.
It's exactly like that.
Wait,
except
Matt,
that even had characters.
Seen Atlanta?
No, I haven't watched it.
It's so good.
What are you doing?
What are you doing, Matt? Leave this podcast now and watch Atlanta.
Life, Matt? Go watch it.
Okay.
But the second episode.
All right, I'll watch it.
The second episode is back to normal. So if you don't like the first episode, the second episode's like back to the normal Atlanta you're expecting it to be.
Okay, I'm excited. Didn't they drop both seasons? Didn't they drop a 3rd and a 1st season together?
Oh, it's just the first 2 episodes of the 3rd season.
Oh, okay.
And now the 3rd episode's out, which I haven't seen yet.
I'm gonna wait till they all come out so I can just binge it.
Good call. I'll wait for that too.
No. The first and second season are out. Matt, I swear to God,
I know. I actually do want to watch it. I like Donald Glover a lot. Yeah, I don't have a good reason for why I haven't watched it.
I don't even like him, but the show is genius.
Fair enough.
Paperboy.
Everyone, that brings us to the end.
I love him.
Of Burnout Brighter, Phase 1, the end of episode 135. Please be excited. We do have new stuff in the works. We do have some more new announcements and stuff coming, but we will leave those for a future episode, so get hyped for that. But Darren, one more time, thank you for everything, for the laughs, the fights, the late nights, and everything in between.
Yeah.
We never would have been what we are without you. I know that was for destiny. So I love you, buddy, and I'm glad. Enjoy that PS5. Go kick ass being a teacher. I know you're going to make such a massive difference for these kids. While Destiny and I continue to talk about porn stars and fighting game characters online.
No,
we're gonna miss you, dude.
Thanks, man.
We are gonna miss you so much, but like not too hard because I refuse to believe you're leaving. Like it's like when Aerith died in Final Fantasy VII, and I was just like, she's coming back, right? She's coming back.
We're gonna have to do Burnout Brighter remake.
Yeah.
Burnout Brighter remake interlude redux remaster.
Oh my God, we should
2.7 Roman numeral
and like have the logo look like the Final Fantasy logo. But I guess I should say my piece. I don't know. Like I said, I'm really sad that you're leaving, but I know that like you're off doing like really big things, and I'm like so proud of you.
Thank you.
And it has been like just a really beautiful experience, like with both of you. I love you both so much, and it's crazy how much I love you both.
One as a brother, one as a lover.
One I love more than the other, and I'm sure you guys can figure out who that is. So thank you for being a part of this for so long. And like we said earlier, like you're never going to be a guest. So this is not goodbye.
No.
Guys, this is just like until Darren has some extra time and he can come back and talk with us again.
Thank you both so much. I have to say my piece too. You two have made this podcast such a joy to work on. And I don't want to say I mean, I will miss you, but I don't want to say I'll miss you because like I know I'll still see you both again. And like you two have made this podcast such an incredible place to work on. And I'm so proud of you both for everything you two have freaking accomplished. Like all the hustling you've both been doing. You've been killing it. You've been growing this thing. I know the podcast is in good hands, and it's just going to keep growing. And I can't wait to see how it happens. Thank you both so much. Until next time.
Until next time, this is Burnout Brighter signing out. We'll see you on the next one. Later. Peace out. Okay. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's fucking do this. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Burnout Brighter podcast. My name is Matt, and I will be your host for this evening's events and going forward. To my left is Miss Destiny.
Hi.
Hello, Destiny. Now, to help our viewers get to know you a little bit better, can you please tell me what your favorite side of a die is?
2.
2. Okay, excellent. Now, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
I like 2 because it's like an even balanced number. Oh wait, that's not what you got. I've been playing games since I was very little. I used to play with my little brother. I really like retro games. I really miss the vintage game. I miss co-op because nobody fucking does co-op anymore. I mean, nobody beep co-op anymore.
You can fucking swear. Who cares?
Fuck yeah. Nobody does co-op anymore.
Couch co-op.
Oh, yeah.
No one does couch co-op.
Nobody does couch co-op. I didn't know that was a thing. Anyway, so I love to do co-op, but now, since nobody really does that anymore, I'm more into open world games and like survival games where usually I just hoard a lot of shit that I don't need. And yeah.
Get all the frogs to make the
Get
meth.
all the frogs to make the meth. Arma. Okay. Right.
Okay, great. So that's Destiny to my left, and to my right is Darren. Darren, can you please tell me, if you had to be a pond animal that was not a frog, what pond animal would you be?
Are there other pond animals?
It's the question was posed to you.
Well, the bounds of the question were not described to me. I think that I would be
A leech.
Well,
It's a pond animal.
yeah, let's go with leech. That sounds about right. You know, I've slept on a lot of couches in my life, so I'm kind of a leech on the taxpayer's dime. And
I
all
liked
that.
how you tied that together.
I was really surprised you brought that around.
Yeah.
You know,
Nice.
I've taken an improv class or two.
Attaboy. So Darren, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, I also started pretty young. I was very heavily influenced by my parents because my dad got me an N64 when I was a kid.
Nintendo 64!
And I don't think he got it for me. He said it was for me, but he definitely got it so he could play it himself.
That's your first game system?
Yeah, N64.
Dude, I feel fucking
No,
old.
I played...
Mine
okay.
was Atari.
Damn.
Your first system... How old are you?
Don't talk about that now. Wow,
Wow.
what a loaded
I
question.
am a very young 26. My dad just... What?
Yeah, well...
How do you do that?
I'm sorry, you know what? Anyway.
I was really little when he got it.
Okay. I played PC games when I was younger. Like I had to. We had a Windows 95, and I played like Pajama Sam and Putt Putt and Spy Fox. You know, Humongous Entertainment. The people that made the Monkey Island games. One of them created Humongous Entertainment, which was like point and clicks for kids.
Ah.
Okay.
I played
cool.
those. That was
Okay,
good.
that's cute.
But I play
Or
mostly like single player story stuff, some retro, some weird indie, mainstream. I dabble. I do a lot. I
You
do
do
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
dabbling.
You do a little dabbling. You're
Dabbler.
what we call a dabbler.
I'm a dabbler.
He is a dabbler.
And anything that's fun or weird, I'm usually
He
into.
dabbles in a lot of things.
Cool.
So Matt, why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
Yeah.
Where's my random question, guys?
Matt,
Yeah.
if
Destiny.
you could pawn any game in the world that was your favorite,
Ah, shit.
which game would you pawn? It's a life or death situation.
Wow. Okay, if I could have to pawn a game, do I have to own it or just a game I played?
You have to. How are you gonna pawn it if you don't own it?
From just my memories of it.
No, pawn it.
Pawn it
Who
for
goes into a pawn shop? It's like, I just want to pawn the memory.
I have some good shit in my brain. I just want to give you how much is it worth.
for real dollars.
If I had to pawn a game that I owned,
Top 3.
Fuck. But here, okay, screw it. I would pawn Persona 5, and it kills me to say that, but only because I would want somebody else to experience the glory that is Persona 5, and I still have Persona 4 Golden, which is I know. Thank you for feeling my pain.
That's so sappy.
I know. A little bit about myself. I've been playing games since I was a really little kid too. My earliest memories of gaming were when my dad, similar situation to yours, got me a PlayStation 1. It was my first console. It was my first gaming thing. Little babies. And I remember getting it for Christmas, and I was like, oh my god, I'm going to play this shit. And he got me Hercules. Disney's
From the cartoon?
Hercules.
I remember Aladdin.
And I played that stuff. I remember playing it for a bit, and then my dad was like, listen, son, you have to go to bed now. It is nighttime, and you need to sleep to get a good night's rest. You better believe that when my ass woke up at 6 in the morning to go down there and play, him and my uncle were still up all night, sitting there, passing the joystick back and forth because they were playing Hercules when I wanted to play Hercules.
You should have been like, Dad, if you told me to stop now, how am I going to be a 0 to a hero?
Oh my god. See, like, 4-year-old me was not that smart. Okay. But, so yeah, I like to play a lot of JRPGs. I'm an RPG kind of guy. I do dabble in some shooters and some weird stuff, indies as well.
have a huge love for gaming, have for a long time, has gotten me through a lot, which is why we kind of started this show together. I know each one of us grew up playing games. They all mean something to us, and we know they all mean something to all of you guys out there. So we wanted this podcast to kind of help spotlight a little bit more of the games that matter to us, of the memories that kind of help us deal with the moments that are a bit heavier and a bit crappier. So this podcast will be, while we will deal with some more sensitive topics and a little bit heavier stuff, it will be generally a lighter podcast. But, you know, when the news takes us somewhere, the news is going to take us somewhere. So,
with that being said, we are on SoundCloud, we're going to be on Spotify, Google Play, and the rest of all those services pretty soon. We're submitting for certification, so once you get there, you'll find us on all the podcast services you want to find us on. We'll be on YouTube as well, and Twitch probably a little bit down the road. So for now, you'll find us here on SoundCloud. When we get on everything else, I will be the first one to let all of you guys
know.
And then you can smash that like button.
Then you can smash that like button, hit that subscribe, leave us some reviews. If you're going to leave a bad review, don't leave a review.
Leave it! Because I'm going to troll the shit out of you.
Just go to hell.
Just trust me, don't leave it. Leave it. You don't want to leave it. So, what we're going to get started with is some news. We're going to be talking all about a bunch of different things, going from the new PlayStation Plus games, Control and Astral Chain are reviewing Off of the Chain. See what I did there? Yeah. And we're going to be talking about some stuff going on with Night in the Woods and Telltale. All right. That's a great line to end on. Okay, everyone, thanks again for tuning in to the first episode of the Burnout Biter podcast. Destiny, Darren, thank you for joining me on this wild ride. We'll be on all the podcast services as soon as we can be. I will keep you guys updated as we go. Please continue to check us out over the coming weeks and months and hopefully years. Knock on Darren's head. And
it's hard.
There's nothing in there.
I really am proud of what we're doing here, and I think it could be turned into something really, really cool. Thanks again for listening. We love you guys. Darren, say goodbye. Bye. Dusty, say goodbye.
Sayonara.
Thanks again, and we'll see you next week.
Was that too
Bye. I thought she was clapping. I thought she was like, oh, thanks, man.
I think clap. Yay!
How long did that go?
How long did that go?
That was like an hour 45.